Hey friends, hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're dominating at life. Today, I would love to chat about the relational dynamics between leaders and followers. Obviously, we know, and I guess leadership gets spoken about quite often, but how do we navigate the dynamic between a leader and a follower? And also, how do we be really great followers? Because if you want to be a great leader, you also need to be a great follower. And so I want to chat about the relational dynamic between the leader and the follower. And the truth is that both are vital. Without the leader, the people just walk around in circles and they don't progress very far. But without the followers, the leader is just a person on a mission going forward with no one behind him, and in truth won't accomplish much. And so I just want to chat about this really quick. And yes, while everyone has the capacity to lead in some capacity, it's important for us to recognize in what context am I a leader and in what context am I a follower, or in what context am I recognizing that that person has the weight or the spiritual authority in this context, and I'm going to submit myself under that. And so I just want to chat a bit about this relational dynamic, and by no means is what I'm going to speak about exhaustive. Like, there is so much content and so many mindsets, attitudes, habits, cultural things, ways of perceiving things that we can look into that explain this dynamic and that explain each party's role in being able to make the whole team function well and move forward. But I just want to touch on a few things for each of these today, and I really hope it's going to be helpful. So first off, leaders, I guess the what leaders do is they get the vision, and they are the ones that see where the people are going, and they say, we're going this way, let's go. So first off, for a leader, you need to have great vision. You need to have great clarity around where you're going, what you want to achieve, and not just where and why and what, but why do you want to achieve this? What's the purpose behind it? And the people will want to know, where are you taking us? Because while people don't do much if they don't have a leader, when there is a leader, they want to know, okay, well, where are you taking us? Is this worth our time? So give vision. The next one is you need to lead the way. That's why it's called leading. You can't lead someone somewhere that you haven't been. You can't imagine someone trying to coach you or help you on managing finances well if they're in massive debt and their finances are in shambles. Or imagine someone trying to tell you how, when people try to tell you how to have relationships really good, but they've been like divorced all these amount of times and all this kind of stuff, and when they don't have friends, or they're all this kind of stuff. And so so leaders, you need to have done the things that you're trying to lead people to do, and you need to have gone to the places where you're trying to lead people to go. And now, if you have in the past struggled with finances or relationships or whatever the context may be, it doesn't mean that you can't lead people there. It just means that you need to know how to navigate those things well, so that you don't lead people into the same pitfalls that you fell into. And so leaders, we have a great capacity then to be able to show people, hey, don't step here because that's a really bad idea. But if we keep going into the same things, then it's probably not a good idea that we lead people into those same pitfalls. So another one is, leaders, we need to love and care for our people. Sometimes we need to just slow down a bit. Sometimes we can be going 100 miles an hour, and we actually just need to slow down a bit and recognize, hey, the people, I just need a break. The people need to rest. So for leaders, it's important that we have our finger on the pulse, if you will, of the group of the people. How are people feeling? Are people motivated? Are they demotivated? Are they exhausted? Are they fired up and ready to go? Are they doubting your leadership? Are they excited about your leadership? Where are the people? You need to know where the people are, and you need to be able to care for them and monitor or shift what your plans are according to how the people are feeling. And so that means knowing when to push hard and knowing when to ease off the gas a little bit, so that people can have a rest and a reprieve. Because if we're just slogging people all day long, people are going to get fed up and they're not going to want to continue following us. And so We need to monitor and know where our people are at so that we can lead them effectively. Next one is we need to be able to confront people. I know in the West, this is not something that's talked about with a tastefulness, or it's not something that people enjoy talking about. But we need to be able to confront people. If someone that we're leading is doing something wrong, or that goes against the values or the vision of what we're trying to accomplish or where we're going, we need to be able to say, hey, what you're doing, it's not really conducive to helping bring everyone to where we need to go. And whatever that looks like for your context, just know that when we confront people, we do it in love. We can do it with gentleness. We don't need to scold people and berate them or any of that kind of stuff, but we can confront people's attitudes, work ethics, behaviors, mindsets, language, all these types of things. And we do it for the sake of all of the people, and for them as well, so that we can bring them where we need to go. So we need to learn how to confront people really well. We need to be both strong, but then also be able to know when to operate in gentleness and confront with gentleness. And the last one for leaders today is we need to be able to take responsibility for what we're doing. And I guess this is why being a leader is not just some like airy-fairy kind of thing, but when you're leading something, you're carrying the responsibility of not just what you're doing, but what your people are doing. And so the CEO of the business is responsible even for what the administrators do, even for what the janitors are doing. Like, they are responsible for cultivating the culture and the vision, and they are responsible for the fruitfulness and the results of the entire business. Hey everybody, you guys are awesome. And so the leaders need to take responsibility. And now a good way to do this is to give credit easily, but take criticism often. So say if one of your subordinates or one of your followers, say you do something really good and they helped, give them all of the credit. It's like, hey, this person did amazing, and build your people up. If they did something dumb or stupid, or they lost a lot of money, or they said some hurtful things and people got hurt, you take responsibility for that. Hey, I'm so sorry. And try bring that onto you and carry that so that you can protect people, so that you can build people and speak to them after, obviously. But being a leader means that you're also taking responsibility for the wellness, for the health of the organization, for the church, for the ministry, for the family, for the community, whatever your context is. Being a leader means that you take responsibility for your people and for that context. So let's go on to followers. Being a great follower is not to be undermined or underrated. If you want to be a great leader, be a great follower. And even if you are a leader in some context, you'll also probably be a follower in other contexts. And so it's important that we are able to follow really well, so that we can both maximize our learning and our growth in this context, but also be as helpful and supportive to the achieving of the goal, or to the vision of the ministry or the organization that we're part of, that we can help get the group of people there and get us all there together. So first one for followers is stop complaining so much. Is sometimes it's really easy to just complain about every single thing. Oh, the leader's not doing this, or this person's not doing this, and that, and they should be doing this. And it's almost like this weird kind of sense of entitlement, or this thing of like, everyone needs to do everything for me because, leaders are meant to serve me. Yes, they are there to serve you. They're not there to just like pamper you and manicure your fingers or whatever. They're there to release you to be able to do what only you can do for the sake of the team or the organization. And so followers, we need to get really good at not complaining about every little single thing that goes on well, but we actually need to be obviously, if there's things going on, bring that privately to your leader or to your to the person above you, but don't just go around complaining about every little dumb thing that's going on and be like, whining or whatever. We need to know how to not complain, but actually take ownership of what we're doing. And so this brings me on to my next one, is just because we're a follower of someone or something doesn't mean we can't take ownership of that vision and of that organization, of that ministry, whatever it is, whatever the context is. we need to take ownership. It's just as much as the leaders as it is ours. They're just playing a different role to us, and we're just playing a different role to them. And so as followers, we need to have this great sense of, yes, if this succeeds, I succeed as well. So I need to put an effort. I need to put in my finances. I need to put in my energy. I need to put in my talents. How can I help this thing thrive? Because it's not just the leader that pulls all the heavy lifting, because a leader by themselves won't accomplish much. But a leader with a great team, which includes us followers, will be able to accomplish amazing things that no one ever thought was possible. Followers, even though you're following someone or following something, take ownership of that so that you can help the whole team arrive at their destination. Okay, next one is to guard and protect your leaders. And often leaders are criticized. Often they're the first ones criticized about stuff. Often people can say this about them and that about them, and they'll be like, oh, they made this really bad decision and all this kind of stuff, and other people will like the decision, some people won't. And leaders are often scrutinized. And so as followers, if we want to be a great follower, it's a really great attribute that we protect and we guard those who are leading us. If someone speaks to me and says, your leader so-and-so did this, I'll be like, oh, okay, I don't really, let me chat with them. Or I won't go on gossiping. It's a bird. Or I won't just go on and be like, oh, really, and what they do, and tell me more. I'll be like, hey, I don't want to chat about this. I'll chat with this about them. If you have an issue with them, go speak to them personally. But as much as possible, we want to guard and protect those who are leading us. We want to guard their integrity, guard their character. We want to be people that are protecting them in the midst of this battle that we're going through. So that's the next one, is to guard and protect your leaders. And next one is for followers, take initiative. Just because someone is leading you doesn't mean you get to switch off your brain and stop thinking. Take initiative in your role. Every follower has a role to play in the team, whether that's in a church, a youth ministry, whether that's in a business or an organization, whatever context you're in. If you're following someone, just because you're a follower doesn't mean you get to switch off your thinking and stop thinking for yourself and stop taking initiative. Take initiative. Think, how can I help make this context, make this situation, make this business or organization or ministry, how can I help this place grow? How can I help us move forward towards the vision? So followers, you need to know the vision. You need to know the vision of your business, your organization. If you're an employee, know the vision of that restaurant that you work at. Know the vision of that organization that you work with. Know what the vision is. Know what the heart and the mindsets of your leaders are, so that you can better contribute to helping them achieve that vision. Take initiative, and just because you're following someone doesn't mean you get to switch off your thinking. And the last one for followers is play your part really well. In every team, there are people with different roles, different attributes. In our Awaken Africa team, some of us are really good at admin. Hey. Some of us are not so good at admin. Some of us are really good at singing and worshiping. Some are really good at having conversations and connecting with other people, while others aren't. Some are really good at breaking into new ground. Some are really good at establishing things and coming in and helping build things bigger than what they were before. So whatever your role is, play it really well. When I was playing water polo, I got put as a goalkeeper because I had strong legs and I could defend the ball really well, and I didn't like it. And sometimes, confession, a little bit self-sabotage, because I was like, I don't want to be the goalie. But I didn't realize then that, hey, I could do something that no one else in this team could do. And if I could do this really well, I could help my team get many more victories than if I didn't do it well or someone else was in this position. And so just because you're a follower, because you are a follower, know what your role is, know what you are good at, know what your gifts and your talents are, know how you function best, so that you can best contribute to the vision, to the attaining of the vision of your business, ministry, organization, family, community, whatever your context. And you're going to see massive results. So I hope this was helpful. And Father, I just thank you for every leader, for every follower, for every father and mother, every community leader, and every person that seeks to grow in understanding and seeks to lead in a more godly way. God, would your favor be upon them? God, would you bless them? And Lord, I just thank you for divine understanding and wisdom right now, how to lead well, how to be great followers, how to build up and protect, and how we can continually be building each other up in love and in faith and in good works. In Jesus' mighty name, God bless. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.